Hey everybody, so today I wanted to make a quick video on Airbnb in Brevard County, as well as like short-term vacation rentals and just rentals in general. So I'm gonna start with Coco, right? So Coco allows Airbnb. I've found that Coco within the city limits, they have the most relaxed rules when it comes to renting short term and more creatively, whether that's like a transitional home or a recovery home or a sub living or like a group housing, or any of the, you know, creative types of rentals that you can do. Coco within the city limits has been one of my faves. So outside of city limits, you're looking at Brevard County. Brevard County is more restrictive, of course. They do allow for short-term rentals. They do allow for like vacation, more creative rentals, but they're just very restrictive and not my fave. So I try to stay in city limits just because of the fact that Brevard County is a little bit, a pain. So Coco is my favorite. I'm gonna say Titusville. Titusville is good for long term. You cannot do any form of short term renting here at all. Zero, not a darn thing, nothing, zilch. Like, you cannot do it in Titusville. Titusville had a very, very restrictive short term rental code ordinance thing put into their rules like really, really long ago, and they are able to keep it because it was before, I think, like the 2011 when the state put in the restriction on what cities can do with short-term rental restrictions. So Titusville is good for long term. They have affordable housing there for long term, and it's overall a good place to be, but just not for short term. Melbourne. So Melbourne has several different districts within it. You have the city of Melbourne, which does allow Airbnbs. They don't have any restrictions on it. You just have to follow what the state does, which is like get your licensing through the DBPR and do everything else that's associated with it. And they have like, the DBPR has a pamphlet on what you need to do and what's required of you, so you can learn more. You just have to look in Google. West Melbourne has a 7-day minimum short-term rental rule, so you cannot rent for shorter than 7 days. It's a little bit of a restrictive thing, but whatever. Maybe you can do 2 weeks or a week or 8 days. Then you have Melbourne Beach, which is more restrictive, more involved, and they have very specific rules. And like, when I say specific, like, I'm pretty sure that only one part of the islands can have Airbnb, like on a specific, what is that, A1A or some shit? What is that highway name? Gosh, is it A1A highway? Florida. Yeah, okay, so I'm pretty sure it's the right side of A1A you're allowed to do Airbnb, and then the left side you're not. And then like they have very restrictive rules regarding like the lighting and like just a bunch of mambo jambo. But if you contact them, they can really like, break it down for you and explain everything. So then we have Palm Bay. Palm Bay allows Airbnb, and Palm Bay is also one of my favorite. So top 3 selections if you're doing short-term or creative forms of rentals, I would have to say Coco, Melbourne, the city of Melbourne, not West Melbourne and Melbourne Beach, don't get them confused because they are different. So the city of Melbourne and Palm Bay, those are my favorite. That's where I go. I am an investor, I'm a realtor, and this is just really, where I am when I'm in Brevard County. Now I'll do other videos for different counties in Florida, but this is my homegrown market. So if you're looking to invest in Airbnbs here, you can always call or text me, and I can really honestly go pick out the property for you, get it all set up, and help you with the entire process so you don't have to do it yourself, and or any other of the creative short-term rentals. So Palm Bay and Coco are more easy to work with like the more creative forms. Coco's the easiest. Melbourne and the city, they are also easier to work with. Just like I said before, West Melbourne and Melbourne Beach are not as easy, and they're more restrictive, they're more involved, and yeah. So hopefully this video helps you guys. And honestly, when you're getting your Airbnb started here, what you want to do is you need to make sure that the property is going to be like a safe condition, it's in a good location, it's in a good neighborhood, and also you need to follow what the DBPR is saying. And like I said, go download the pamphlet for like the most up-to-date rules with that. But you're going to need your state vacation license, and you may be subject to doing inspections and, like, you know, fixing things. Let me see something. Sorry, I wanted to check up on my pamphlet because I know that it really varies per individual unit and license when it comes to the DBPR's vacation rental license. So the inspections are usually for balconies, and yeah, so if you have a balcony that's like, I think over like 3 stories, then you would end up needing to have like inspection of the balcony, basically stating that it is within, you know, safety parameters and so on and so forth. So really, you know, from there you just need to ensure that you have like your fire safety in, you know, in place. You have your, you know, main components of the house in a safe condition for people to be coming in and renting and, you know, enjoying the house and quiet. And yeah, I mean, that's really it, you know. Sometimes you're required to have like sprinklers. So I'm looking over at it because like there's different rules for different things. So like if you're in a multi-family type situation where you have multiple units, or you are in like a condominium or something of the like, then you would be required to have like a sprinkler system, just because you have like so many other units, so many stories, and yada yada yada. So I'll link the PDF link down below in the description or in the description above, depending on the social media account. And yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, this helped you guys. Phone number is 201-952-4665. If you need me, holler, text, do whatever you want. Like I said, I can help you. I can go choose out the property for you. I can manage it for you. I can really do anything and everything you want me to do. I can help you form an LLC if you need it. I can help you really do anything from A to Z. You know, I'm here to help, and this is my specialty area. Vacations, short-term, creative rentals, anything that has to do with the holding property, that's more of my forte. And I mean, honestly, if you want to do it, call me and then I'll get you started. Okay? Thank you. Peace out, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts and everybody in between. Peace. Bye.